Welcome back to ABCGH Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the intriguing developments surrounding Trina Robinson's love life and the mysterious Jen Sidwell's possible connection to the Cassadine family. The mysterious Sidwell connection. Jen Sidwell's arrival in Port Charles has brought with it numerous questions about his true intentions. His apparent obsession with the Cassadine family has become increasingly evident through his strategic moves. Not only did he quickly acquire Spoon Island and the iconic Wyndemere estate, but he's now orchestrating an elaborate scheme to frame Alexis Davis using Helena Cassadine's antique dagger. This fixation on Cassadine affairs seems far too deliberate to be coincidental. The timing of his arrival, coupled with his immediate interest in Cassadine properties and artifacts, suggests a deeper, more personal motivation driving his actions. Some speculate that his knowledge of the family's history indicates a possible connection we haven't yet discovered, perhaps even a distant relation or someone who has crossed paths with the Cassadines in his mysterious past. Spencer's uncertain fate. The presumed death of Spencer Cassadine after his tragic fall into the Seine River left Port Charles in mourning, but without concrete evidence of his demise, speculation about his survival continues to circulate. The absence of a recovered body leaves a narrative door wide open, a classic soap opera scenario that often precedes a dramatic return. If Spencer is indeed alive, his whereabouts during this extended absence would require explanation. This is where Sidwell's mysterious agenda becomes particularly intriguing. Given his Cassadine obsession, could Sidwell be harboring the young Cassadine heir? Perhaps Spencer is being held against his will in a secluded medical facility, kept sedated and unaware of the passing time. Alternatively, he might be imprisoned in some hidden location under Sidwell's control, unable to contact his loved ones or return to Port Charles. Trina's emotional journey. Trina Robinson has experienced a profound emotional journey since Spencer's presumed death. Her grief process has been particularly challenging, as their relationship had evolved into something deeply meaningful before his apparent demise. Their connection was portrayed as something transcendent, a rare, soulmate-level bond that seemed destined for longevity. After months of struggling with her loss, Trina has finally begun to open her heart to new possibilities. Kai Taylor has emerged as a supportive presence in her life, offering her a glimpse of happiness she thought might never return. Their developing relationship represents Trina's brave step forward, a testament to her resilience and capacity for healing. Kai and Trina's blossoming romance. The relationship between Kai and Trina has developed organically, with Kai demonstrating patience and understanding as Trina navigates her complex emotions. Their connection offers Trina a different kind of relationship, one built on mutual support and present-moment appreciation rather than the intense, sometimes tumultuous dynamic she shared with Spencer. As their bond strengthens, Trina has begun envisioning a future with Kai, making hopeful predictions about their life together. This optimism marks significant progress in her emotional recovery, showing her ability to imagine happiness beyond her loss. However, like all relationships in Port Charles, challenges inevitably await them. External pressures and internal doubts will test their commitment, requiring them to repeatedly choose each other amid the chaos of their surroundings. The potential return. If Spencer were to dramatically reappear in Port Charles, the timing would likely coincide with a moment of perceived stability in Trina's new relationship. Just as she and Kai appear to be settling into their happily ever after, Spencer's return would create maximum emotional impact, forcing Trina to confront feelings she believed she had processed and moved beyond. Such a return would place Trina at an impossible crossroads, torn between the man who has helped her heal and the one she never truly stopped loving. This emotional triangle would explore complex questions about the nature of love itself. Can a first true love ever truly be replaced? Does the depth of past connection outweigh the stability of present happiness? These questions would resonate not just for Trina but for viewers who have invested in her journey. Recast possibilities. If Spencer does return to Port Charles, a recast seems increasingly likely given the character's importance to ongoing storylines. A new actor stepping into this role would bring fresh energy while maintaining the character's essential qualities: his Cassadine intensity, his complex moral compass, and his profound connection to Trina. A recast Spencer would need to capture the character's distinctive blend of privilege and vulnerability, his capacity for both manipulation and genuine love. The chemistry with Trina would be particularly crucial to recapture, as their relationship has been central to both characters' development. Unraveling Sidwell's agenda. In the coming months, General Hospital viewers can expect Sidwell's mysterious agenda to gradually come to light. His Cassadine obsession will likely be explained through revelations about his past and his true motivations for coming to Port Charles. If he is indeed holding Spencer captive, the discovery of this fact would send shockwaves through the community. The Cassadines, despite their complicated history, would undoubtedly unite against this common enemy. Nicholas, Laura, and even Alexis would set aside their differences to rescue Spencer and bring Sidwell to justice. The unraveling of Sidwell's mysteries promises to deliver dramatic confrontations, unexpected alliances, and potentially game-changing revelations about Port Charles's power dynamics. Whatever his ultimate agenda, it seems certain that Jen Sidwell's impact on the canvas is only beginning to be felt. Next, we will learn about the tumultuous journey of Michael Corinthos and how his father's dangerous lifestyle has impacted his decisions regarding fatherhood and family. The dangerous legacy of being a Corinthos. The shadow of Sonny Corinthos' criminal empire stretches far beyond his own life, casting darkness over everyone connected to him, especially his children. Unlike most people who can visit their parents without fear, Michael Corinthos lives with the constant threat of violence simply because of his last name. This reality became brutally apparent when what should have been an ordinary visit to his father's penthouse transformed into a life-altering catastrophe. The explosion that rocked Sonny's penthouse wasn't just another violent incident in Port Charles, it was a defining moment for Michael, leaving him with severe burns covering most of his body. Now recuperating in a specialized German burn clinic, Michael has plenty of time to contemplate the true cost of being Sonny Corinthos' son. The pristine medical facility, with its state-of-the-art equipment and renowned specialists, stands in stark contrast to the chaos that put him there. Every painful treatment, every excruciating moment of rehabilitation serves as a reminder that his father's lifestyle isn't just dangerous, it's potentially fatal for anyone in its orbit. The medical staff, speaking in hushed tones about his condition, might not know the full story, but Michael does. He understands that each scar forming on his body represents a warning, a physical manifestation of the price paid for proximity to Sonny Corinthos. Fatherhood dilemmas amid recovery. While battling through his physical recovery, Michael faces an equally challenging emotional dilemma. Before the explosion, he had made a clear arrangement with Sasha Gilmore Corbin; she would raise their child independently, without his involvement. Even in the immediate aftermath of the blast, while still disoriented and in pain, he reinforced this decision to Jason Morgan from his hospital bed overseas. The isolation of recovery has given Michael unprecedented time for reflection. The sterile walls of the German clinic have become the backdrop for his internal struggle about fatherhood. Each day brings new questions. Does nearly losing his life make him yearn more deeply for connection with his children? Or does it reinforce his belief that distance is the only gift he can truly offer them? The nursing staff notices his contemplative mood, especially when he receives updates about Port Charles. They see how his expression changes when Sasha's name is mentioned, how his hands sometimes unconsciously move to his phone as if to make a call before thinking better of it. These small gestures betray the magnitude of the decision weighing on him. The burden of protection. For Michael, protection has always been complicated. Growing up as Sonny's son meant living with bodyguards, security protocols, and constant vigilance. Now, facing his own impending fatherhood, Michael must decide whether acknowledging his child would be an act of love or endangerment. The explosion wasn't random, it was a calculated attack aimed at Sonny's world, a world Michael was born into without choice. Now, he has the power to make that choice for his unborn child. By maintaining distance and allowing Sasha to raise their baby without connection to the Corinthos name, he could be providing the ultimate protection. Each day in the burn unit brings new perspective. The doctors speak of physical healing, but Michael's deeper wounds are psychological. He watches news from Port Charles carefully, noting each new threat, each new enemy his father makes. With each report, his conviction grows that anonymity might be the greatest gift he could offer his child. A crossroads of identity. The German clinic, with its views of unfamiliar landscapes, has become a metaphorical crossroads for Michael. Far from Port Charles, he can see his life with unusual clarity. The distance provides perspective not just on his relationship with Sonny, but on his own identity. Has he become what he always feared, a man whose very existence endangers those he loves? Or is there a way to break the cycle, to be present for his child while somehow mitigating the risks? These questions haunt his recovery, sometimes making the physical pain seem secondary to the emotional turmoil. Fellow patients notice the American with the distant gaze, unaware that he's wrestling with decisions that could affect generations. The nursing staff sees only his external wounds, not realizing that his deepest healing will come from resolving these internal conflicts about fatherhood, family, and the Corinthos legacy. The painful calculus of love. As Michael's body slowly heals, he performs a painful calculus of love versus danger. The explosion that nearly killed him serves as irrefutable evidence that Sonny's world is lethal. Yet the pull of fatherhood grows stronger as Sasha's pregnancy progresses. Before the blast, Michael believed separation was the answer. Now, facing his own mortality, he questions whether absence truly protects or simply guarantees loss of precious time. The burns covering his body are painful reminders of danger, but they also represent survival, a second chance that many in Sonny's orbit never receive. The medical team speaks of recovery milestones, but Michael measures progress differently. Each decision about his future relationship with his child represents a step toward the man he wants to become. Either a father present despite the risks or a shadow figure protecting through absence. The ultimate decision. As discharge from the German clinic approaches, Michael faces the ultimate decision. Will he return to Port Charles with renewed determination to be part of his child's life, risks and all? Or will the scars, both physical and emotional, convince him that distance is the only gift he can offer? The explosion that sent him to this foreign hospital bed wasn't just an attack, it was a turning point. Now, as he prepares to leave, Michael must decide which path to take. The comfortable anonymity of distance or the complicated reality of presence, both choices carry profound implications for his unborn child. Whatever he decides, one thing is certain, being Sonny Corinthos' son has shaped every aspect of Michael's life, and now it will shape his approach to fatherhood as well. The legacy of danger that follows the Corinthos name has left its mark on Michael, literally and figuratively, and now he must determine whether that legacy ends with him or continues to the next generation. Next, we will learn about the exciting new venture from a beloved soap opera star who's ready to speak her truth after a controversial departure. A bold new chapter, the Bad Bunnies podcast. Kelly Monaco and Shauna Mokler are joining forces in an exciting new podcast venture that promises to deliver unfiltered conversations and behind-the-scenes revelations. The duo announced their Bad Bunnies podcast on Instagram, describing it as unfiltered, untamed, unapologetic, where they plan to discuss Hollywood secrets, wild stories, pop culture tea, and real talk with nothing being off-limits. The announcement has generated significant buzz, especially among fans eager to hear Kelly's perspective on her departure from General Hospital. The podcast represents a fresh start for Monaco, who has maintained strong connections in the entertainment industry despite her unexpected exit from the long-running soap opera. Both hosts bring diverse entertainment backgrounds to the table, Monaco with her soap opera legacy and reality TV experience, and Mokler with her modeling career and family connections to current pop culture through her children Landon and Alabama Barker, who have gained substantial followings on platforms like TikTok. In their announcement, the hosts have actively invited audience participation, asking followers what topics they'd like to hear discussed, from reality TV chaos to dating disasters and Hollywood drama. This interactive approach suggests the podcast will be responsive to fan interests while leveraging the hosts' insider perspectives. The shocking departure that stunned soap fans. The entertainment world was rocked when news emerged that Kelly Monaco had been removed from General Hospital after more than 20 years of dedicated performance. The decision came as a complete surprise to the loyal fanbase who had followed Monaco's character through countless dramatic storylines and emotional arcs. What made the situation particularly jarring was how the show appeared to have been gradually reducing Monaco's screen time before ultimately writing her out entirely. In a decision that puzzled many viewers, the production team chose to sacrifice Monaco's character in favor of reviving another character, Lulu, who had been in a storyline coma for approximately 4 years. This creative direction left many questioning the priorities of the show's writers and producers, especially considering Monaco's tenure and popularity. Despite significant backlash across social media platforms and fan communities, General Hospital has continued forward without addressing the controversy in any meaningful way. The show's apparent indifference to the outcry has only intensified interest in hearing Monaco's version of events, making her upcoming podcast a highly anticipated forum for potential revelations. A multifaceted entertainment career. Kelly Monaco's professional journey extends far beyond her soap opera fame. While most recognized for her long-standing role on General Hospital, Monaco has demonstrated her versatility through various entertainment avenues. Her participation in Dancing with the Stars showcased her physical abilities and competitive spirit, while her appearance on Dirty Soap alongside fellow actress Kirsten Storms offered fans a more personal glimpse into her life outside scripted drama. Monaco's early career included modeling for Playboy, an experience that not only launched her into the entertainment industry but also fostered important relationships that have endured throughout her career. Her friendship with Shauna Moakler, another former Playboy model, has now evolved into a professional partnership that promises to capitalize on their shared experiences and industry insights. This diverse background gives Monaco a unique perspective on the entertainment industry from multiple angles, from daytime television to reality competition, documentary-style programming, and print modeling. Such varied experience will likely provide rich material for discussion on the upcoming podcast. Behind-the-scenes mysteries and untold stories. One of the most anticipated aspects of the new podcast will be Monaco's potential revelations about her time at General Hospital, particularly regarding her friendship with the late Billy Miller. Fans have long speculated about behind-the-scenes dynamics, and Monaco has occasionally hinted at sharing her perspective but has yet to provide a comprehensive account of her experiences. Similarly, Shauna Moakler brings her own set of intriguing connections to the podcast. As the mother of Landon and Alabama Barker, who have become social media celebrities particularly popular among younger demographics, Moakler has a window into contemporary fame and its effects on families. Her insights could provide fascinating contrasts to Monaco's experiences in traditional television. While no official launch date has been announced for the first episode of Bad Bunnies, the combination of these two well-connected entertainment figures suggests that each installment will be filled with compelling stories and insider perspectives that fans won't find elsewhere. Their extensive networks within Hollywood promise access to information and guests that could make this podcast a must-listen for entertainment enthusiasts. The evolution of celebrity media platforms. Monaco's transition from soap star to podcast host reflects broader changes in how celebrities connect with audiences in the digital age. Rather than relying on traditional media channels to tell their stories, many entertainment figures are creating their own platforms where they control the narrative and directly engage with fans. This shift represents a significant power transfer from networks and studios to individual performers, allowing them to share their experiences without the filtering or editing that might occur in conventional interviews. For someone like Monaco, whose departure from General Hospital remains shrouded in mystery, this direct line to fans could be particularly valuable in presenting her perspective authentically. The interactive nature of their podcast announcement, specifically soliciting topic suggestions from followers, demonstrates an understanding of contemporary media consumption patterns and the value of audience engagement. By involving fans from the outset, Monaco and Moakler are building anticipation while ensuring their content will address subjects their audience genuinely wants to hear about. As fans eagerly await the podcast's premiere, speculation continues about what revelations might emerge and how Monaco's account might differ from the official narrative surrounding her departure from General Hospital. Whatever unfolds, Bad Bunny's promises to be an intriguing new chapter in the careers of both hosts.